Okay, gentlemen, we're scheduled to box 12 rounds for the unification light heavyweight championship of the world. I've gone over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Kovalev is no ordinary young fighter who's too green and not really all that set up here for Hopkins. He is a better than 2-to-1 favorite because he has been destroying everything they put in front of him. The most feared light heavyweight in the world, and yet a lot of old wise boxing heads like Hopkins here because this is just the style of fighter he's pulled it out against so many times before.
Kelly Pavlik was a solid favorite right here in Atlantic City. Antonio Tarver was a solid favorite right here in Atlantic City. Felix Trinidad was favored in Madison Square Garden. Hopkins embarrassed them all, but nothing lasts forever. Or does it? Shot by Hopkins. Threw his first punch upstairs.
Yeah, it was first meeting for
SERGEY Kovalev's trainer, John David Jackson, spent 5 years. Nassim Richardson working with Bernard Hopkins. He also fought Hopkins, jumped to the conclusion that Jackson can unlock the vault. And
Let him go. Stop.
A fight with any shot.
There you go.
if he can land those kinds of shots on Hopkins.
As you see, he got Hopkins constantly on the move. That's what you have to do to an older fighter.
He has extraordinary power. Hopkins was down twice against Jean Pascal. Came the fight. Kovalev had him down here in round one.
And Kovalev better be careful. The animal is going to be throwing big punches back at Kovalev.
And Kovalev both eyes, and Hopkins can cut you in a variety of ways. Punching
dramatically and vibrantly on the moment that
All right.
I'm no ordinary dude. I know what it is. I just need my chain. I need them invest.
You see Kovalev make Hopkins. Hopkins tried to come out. Kovalev was ready and countered that jab with a straight right. It wasn't. And it doesn't have to be as long as it has the speed on it. And Bernard, you got punches.
That's John David Jackson's reaction in Kovalev's rise out of her seat and thrust her hand in the air.
Kovalev did in that round was like he's doing now. He's not allowing Hopkins to take his time and rest a lot. And that's what most young fighters don't do. But what he better realize...
than most Hopkins opponents have ever looked in this position.
Realizes now that he can't hurt Hopkins. That was going to be very important.
Because you can show a puncher that you can take his best shot. It's very...
He can beat him, but what he does have to be careful of is to Chris Algieri.
Punches to generate volume like Algieri did against Pravas.
He's a sneakish type fighter. He's not going to punch when you punch. He's going to wait for you to get yourself out of position. And Kovalev fighting very smart now.
There you go. Keep him up. There you go. Big slow.
It's the best thing Kovalev can do. That's what most young fighters won't do to him. Hit him on the arm.
John David Jackson, we hear yelling from the corner. There you pace with Hopkins. And has the younger man's reflexes enough to get it.
Here in the second round, logic tells you he's already 3 points behind.
All we miss is the chain. You're finding rhythm. All right? And keep them investments alive, man. This guy, he stopped swinging because he don't.
You want another question? You're good. The small one. Good work, baby.
Good job, man.
Take your time.
Albia box numbers through 2 rounds. Hopkins 6 out on the scorecards. Down 3.
What we just
in the corner as though he's trying to control his emotions, not get ahead of himself, keep doing what he's doing.
Which is throwing.
Which is what he better do, because that's what Bernard is going to start doing now. The real Bernard Hopkins has just shown up.
And Hopkins
has just showed up.
Yep. Kovalev gets him into a corner. Lowe's got Kovalev with the left hook.
Yeah, he did get Kovalev with the left hook.
Made it seem as though he had nothing for him and sneaked him with a real good left hook.
And he just tried him with a real... Kovalev is doing a great job of making Bernard Hopkins use his legs. He can't continue to be as strong as he normally is.
Jabbing full punch.
He still got a quick going at Bernard.
Gets the body and keeps going to the head. The knockdown might have been fool's.
For the shot just in, looking for a headshot. That's what Bernard wants.
Well, age does he have the reflexes to pull it off?
Every time Bernard almost feel Kovalev salivating. Caught him with another.
Only chance he got is when you're against the rules. Only chance he...
Here you see Hopkins land A good left hook on Kovalev's chin. Right, you see him playing possum in the corner and come with a beautiful straight right lead because Kovalev is right there in that no part.
Philadelphia heavyweight Brian Jennings, he was 14 out of 50.
26, Sergey Kovalev. You know, Jim, you got to give an extra point, turn him loose. No thinking, no nothing. Just jump, because I don't see Hopkins doing a damn thing except covering up. Nothing. Sergey Kovalev.
Harold, you may be right. So Kovalev's never been past 8.
And you believe me, that
in the Rumble in the Jungle.
Think about what we just said, guys. The superior conditioning.
and
Bizarre.
And how anxious Kovalev still seems in the corner.
But he flushed with hard shots much more frequently than I personally have.
Kovalev every chance he gets too.
Well, 10.
He can put you to sleep. There's a good right hand by Kovalev. Caught him in the corner. Hit him. Are scoring for Kovalev. Perhaps true, but I don't think Kovalev has lost a round.
But he's busying you. What I need you to do, anything you fire, he gonna hop out too. You can't let him busy you up by him just making action.
Beautiful work. Take your time like you're doing. No rush.
All 4 of the rounds, and he knocked Hopkins down with a right cross in round 1.
Kovalev away in the first 3 or 4 rounds. You knew that he knows Kovalev has not, so why would he not wait and try to win the last 4 rounds or maybe try to the 8 round limit? Kovalev went 8 rounds one time.
Kovalev, Hopkins in the back of the head as Bernard ducked down in front of him.
To get on the inside of Kovalev's power. And
Max, he's still giving Kovalev time to wear down. If you look at him, look how he's fighting. Kovalev is not really investing enough in his body yet, because if he would, Davis asking him to do, but he's not really doing enough yet. See how Hopkins taking
Hard right-hand counter shot. Would have done damage if it had told us yesterday that he's quite comfortable fighting at a slow pace, even though, and he said that he wouldn't mind fighting at a 40 punch a pound round rate.
That right there, what he's doing is the best thing he can do. Make Hopkins use those old legs. That's the best. Hopkins down as well.
I think Hopkins was hurt by something on the inside, maybe a
defense. This is what guys don't do to Hopkins. They don't keep him busy and make him work his time, and Kovalev has not allowed him to do that right now.
There's been a fair amount of impact. Hasn't been able to get anything done with his vaunted.
Going a little more wrinkle to his offense, I think, than Hopkins gave him credit for heading into the.
You're rolling nice, but you're not planting the investment that needs you to change. All right, right now you're not trusting your weapon. All right, he's not going to...
Bust the head with Hopkins, put it straight down. He landed a good right hand on the ear right there, trying to do the same. Beating Hopkins at his own game.
Was 10 of 47 and landed those hard right-hand shots that were outside the left eye of Kovalev. Looks as though that eye might... Oh. Body shots.
Because Hopkins told him to come on. Oh, there he is. Good shot.
Roll to the extent he's rolling those punches to take. It's just, it's...
Some of the best defense ever.
And the Chad Dawson fights are often conveniently overlooked.
Well, the first fight only lasted about a round and a half with a pro wrestling style body drop.
And though Kovalev is a very... And it's making Hopkins look old.
He'll start to land that shot.
Shumanov and Cloud.
They didn't have the footwork and the balance that Kovalev has. Kovalev can box. That's what those other guys can't do. They can't demand. Good right hand body shot by Hopkins.
But tended to fade in fights and was not the fighter Kovalev is.
Preserve himself as well as Kovalev does.
Just missed with a hard right hand that might have finished the fight if he had landed.
All he's trying to do is survive now. You got him scared. What you doing? Okay, baby. Okay. You're doing your thing.
Look, as we invest, he's getting confidence, so he's swinging big. And that's what... Bring your hands underneath.
154, more than tripling Bernard's.
Okay, Jim, I got it 60 to 53, 6 rounds to nothing. A glass of water. I don't want to be here. 6 to nothing. Sergey.
Might be right, Harold. It looks enough to not write Hopkins off.
The last 4 rounds of the fight because of that. Still, or a knockout to win it. requires a kind of power. Crowd chanting, "Be hot." And thunder of his own.
He should continue hitting his body, and it's
one punch at a time for Bernard.
And it all unravel very quickly when they are. May not be true in Kovalev, but it could be.
Knocked out Bernard Hopkins.
Hey, stop. It's the only reason we ain't won. You threw one right hand, his whole leg wiggled the fuck out. That motherfucking jab popping, let your combinations go. One right hand, man, and you did the body work.
Here you see Bernard Hopkins counter Kovalev's and the left hook, and they both kind of traded punches, but it forced Kovalev back, which is what
It has been made several times. Sergey Kovalev has never been beyond round 8 in a professional fight.
Been past 8 because he knocks everyone out. And Hopkins,
very smart, as you see right there.
Good body shot.
Making Hopkins use those legs.
Ropes again. Now Hopkins is in the corner, and this is where Kovalev begins.
Like that.
Down. Well, I thought he was good right hand, but he's in trouble in the corner. And now Kovalev backs off.
well, it's hard to say how a guy Hopkins' age is supposed to respond to this because there's never...
Make it to 49.
Nope.
Active at this level.
A good hook by Kovalev.
Seem to have woken Hopkins up. The question is if he takes more risks and gets more...
Gets in a right hand again. Kovalev has landed double figures. Sergey Kovalev will go to the 9th round.
As soon as you went forward, what happened? You gotta push him back. He can't fight in close. You gotta put them hands up.
Throw a jab at Hopkins and follow with that same right hand over the top of Hopkins' jab. Will. The punch landed high on the top of that alien head, and he often can take those.
And now we're into what Hopkins would have described a pro fight. But on Harold Letterman's unofficial score.
But you see, Hopkins has already done something that... Here he is in the 9th round.
This fighter by far that Kovalev has ever faced as a professional.
Extending the fight to the 9th round. But it doesn't up to this point.
Guys have tried to do what Hopkins is doing too to Kovalev and survive, and they haven't been able to.
By throwing 15 punches around. Nobody has been that impatient to sleep, and now he's trying to wake him up and become a little bit more.
Tonight coming in was the more fight there was in the fight for Hopkins. There's been enough fight for Kovalev to be well ahead.
If he ever can hurt Kovalev, he'll go at him.
Yeah, but actually Joe pace than a Kovalev style pace. And so that's your...
Throwing about 38 punches per round.
Because he has to be careful, Jim. He's fighting a guy that really can crack in between them. So he has to be really careful with a big puncher like Kovalev. He has been.
And a guy who can cut the ring forces the boxer to move more than...
Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Do what you want to do. Take your time, and you take your time, all right?
3 more rounds.
Here you see Kovalev come in, land a good straight right on the button, actually. Bernard took it well. He rolled with it, so...
Kovalev has never been past the 8th round before, and now he's into the 10th.
9 rounds to nothing. 90 to 80. Sergey Kovalev has a lot of respect for Kovalev's right hand, but, you know, every single round gets an extra point for the knockdown at the head, and I don't see him slowing down one bit. 9 to nothing.
Well, it's not over yet. There's strategy coming in.
A greedy fight. When he gets the upper hand, when he lands a punch or two, he gets out and...
Very smart and very disciplined.
That's what we got Kovalev is that he is extremely smart. Knockout destruction every time. Left hooks by Kovalev, driving Hopkins back into the ropes. Punch he can throw.
It also seems Kovalev
has sense because it's hard for Hopkins. Oh, good right hand by Hopkins.
I think Kovalev did a little dance there.
But if he opens himself up to take leather from Kovalev, is now.
Of course, that's what Hopkins wants to do. Is late in the fight.
Yet, but it does appear that Kovalev has left the bowling club.
Oh, good hook.
Hard left hook by Kovalev.
Good work, good work, good work. Deep breath. More, I got you, I got you.
pushing back and jumping on his ass from the body up. He hurt.
15 punches. 1, 2 was a hook, and followed by another jab. Hopkins had up.
At that moment.
But I think that left hook was the best left hook he's laid. Oh, good hook by Hopkins.
To try to do something to turn this around.
Well, he's doing things, and he's having success in spots.
Jab to keep him working like that. Make him have to reach.
Kovalev's mind, so that as these later rounds approach, fight of Bernard's big shots here and there, Kovalev remains.
Push your head down. All right, let him go. Let the head go. Let the head go. Come on, man. That's the camera, man.
You've been doing that since round 3.
Yeah.
Hopkins gets in a left hook. In what has so far been Sergey Kovalev's undressing of Bernard.
Come out the last round trying to get you.
And now there are 3 minutes left. Fight. Kovalev has emerged. Adonis Stevenson biding his time in Montreal. We'll eventually get to see Stevenson fight Kovalev after all, although one of the reasons that this fight of a reported agreement to do so. And there are other young light left hook.
Yeah, he hurt. I told you that's what Bernard was looking for.
Kovalev got caught a shot, went back, thought it. Here in the 12th round. I don't know if Hopkins feels less wary of Kovalev's punches.
Well, they could try to tell Kovalev he wasn't hurt, but he's getting hammered with hard shots.
Not Kovalev out there, what Kovalev don't realize. Right there. It's stupid on Kovalev's part to trade with him. If he wears himself out.
Kovalev wants him to fight. He's got it in the bag. He's taking risks and giving. They're trying to score a knockout.
Oh.
If Hopkins has 8 now.
And he would get Kovalev because Kovalev is in bad trouble.
Post. As we get to the final bell.
And guys,
he didn't.
But there he was in the 12th round, standing, taking shots clean off his head.
Like a
staggering
man.
Back into the corner.
Like to give Hopkins credit, but he lost the fight. Big.
Doing it.
And landed 38 of 89 punches. In someday, Kovalev and John David Jackson will watch the tape and
by left hook, Hopkins threw a punch that landed on the neck, and their knees got tangled up. You see the toes. He's off balance because their toes got jammed up. Came back so hard because he really wasn't hurt. So he came back and tried to take Hopkins out with punches like that right there. You can ask to hit a man, and he took it like a champion.
The third on Bernard Hopkins in 1 round in 41 different Hopkins fights. The most one-sided defeat of Bernard Hopkins' career.
Caesars Atlantic City, we go to the scorecard to 107. Lawrence Layton has it 120 for the winner. And now the unified crusher